We're Steph and Travis, Canadians who didn't know much about sailing. We didn't let that or a global pandemic stop us from living our dreams, and we've been winging it ever since. We took off from Toronto and made it to Grenada in year 1, and we've got no plans on stopping. Subscribe to join our life on the water. Thanks to our patrons who keep the dream going. This is a comfortable sail. We're moving probably less than we were in that anchorage last night. We are doing 5.4 knots. Wind is 16 knots and it's coming from about 120 to 150 degrees. Sea state is pretty calm, like there's no big waves, so it is super comfortable. Too bad that we don't really have very far to go. How far are we going? Like 1.5. So it's gonna be short-lived. Sure wish that some of our long sails could be like this, but this one is very enjoyable, so I'm going to take in every minute of it. If you tuned in last week, you may recall how we referred to the BVIs as a big kids playground. As we cruise through the islands, it's only been getting better and better. If you're into diving big structures with underwater swim-throughs, secret pools, and caves like us, we're going to show you some of the best places to find all of these.
That was cool. There's so much to do here, so we're gonna leave here and head over to George Dog, which is like half a mile across the bay here, and see what's there. So we're at George Dog Island now. We tried to anchor because all the balls were full, but it was a bit rocky and we just couldn't grab on anything, and we had a mystery grab which couldn't explain how we were held because the anchor wasn't held on anything. It's just we were stuck there, but we didn't feel comfortable because by the feel of it, our friends, they both anchored, and I think, you know, we might just try to stay here for the night. So we moved up and grabbed a ball so we can actually sleep tonight, because they got some really nice sand where they were, but where we were, anything past the balls on the port side, that we couldn't get anything. So it's a much calmer spot where we were last night. So just decided to head over to a place called Trunk Bay, which is right beside where the baths are. We're now beginning of the week, so I think charter boats pick up their boats like either Sunday or Monday morning, and then they take off. So this place definitely has filled up now. From when we went, we came on a Saturday, which that's like the turnover. I think everyone heads back, turns over the boats, and just does all that stuff. So this was like, when we were here, there was be like 5 boats over there, and that made the baths like perfect for us to go, because it's like they were pretty much all to ourselves, which was sweet. But now, as you can see, it's crazy. But we're gonna anchor here. We just anchored here for now, and then we're gonna dinghy over to across the bay, which is called Fallen Jerusalem. Apparently it's a pretty cool dive spot, and then we're gonna go snorkel just outside the baths as well, because everyone's in there walking around looking at stuff. Not a lot of people are swimming out there, so perfect for that. A lot of people don't stay for the whole day, and then we're gonna try to re-anchor because we're like 50% set. I had to drag our anchor into some sand, but all the boats behind us, I'll show you here, all of those boats are not anchored at all. I've swam on a couple of their anchors, and they're just little hook. They hook a rock. That's it. So let's go see what the underwater looks like. Booyah!
Fallen Jerusalem is located just south of Virgin Gorda. It's uninhabited and a beautiful spot to check out if you want to get the same sort of big volcanic boulders that you see near the ever so popular baths, without all the busyness. That's actually where the name came from. The big boulders scattered all over give the island the resemblance of a destroyed city. In 1959, Fallen Jerusalem Island was declared a wildlife sanctuary, and as you can see, we got to see some pretty cool marine life.
Just got to Long Bay, which is on the northwest side of Virgin Gorda, and apparently there's a sunken ship that has some art on it called the Kraken, and we're going to check that out. Our friends offered us to use their dive stuff again, so we're going to take them up on that offer.
The Kraken Queen was one of 5 surviving ships from the 1941 attack on Pearl Harbor. It was repurposed by Richard Branson as an art relief project. Though the 80-foot Kraken art sculpture isn't really intact any longer, it's still an amazing dive experience with the ability to explore within the ship while being surrounded by marine life. The Kraken is a little too deep to freedive, but if you don't have dive gear, Long Bay is still a great place to snorkel and was such a cool spot. We found underwater tunnels, one after the other, and we really couldn't get enough of them.
That was cool, eh?
Yeah. Now it's time to go back.
secret little garden. We should all just take floaties and beers and hang out here. Well, there's an initiation fee. If you can't hold your breath, you can't get to it. So we anchored over here in Pomano? I can't remember. We didn't anchor in Settling Point or Settling Bay, but we're gonna go check it out. We're just gonna dinghy over there. It's only like a nautical mile or so. And have a drink and see what it's all about. But it looks pretty crowded over there, so we'd rather come over to this spot. Seem less crowded. But I gotta go pick up stuff.
Anagada is the most northern island, located about 15 miles north of Virgin Gorda, and is home to less than 300 people. It's known for its long sandy beaches, the 18-mile Horseshoe Reef, which is one of the largest barrier coral reefs in the Caribbean, and the island itself is very flat and low. Anagada's highest point is only about 28 feet above sea level, and its name is the Spanish term for flooded land.
Came back to the main part today and we're gonna go try to find flamingos.
This island really reminds me of the Bahamas. It's very flat, not very many people, it's hot. And we're in search of flamingos. We did the same thing in the Bahamas.
So we were heading to this lookout place, but on the journey there we spotted them off in the distance. They are right over there. But there's a big salt pond in our way, so I think this is as far as we can go. However, Greg's got some sweet image stabilizing binoculars that are meant for birding. So we're gonna check them out. What'd you say about it?
I said the most exciting part was hoping not to sink walking through the salt pond because the flamingos were so far. It was a little anticlimactic. But at least we had binoculars that we could see through and see how vibrant the pink was. But they could have just all been fake and like standing there, and I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference because of how far they were.
Yeah.
Saba Rock is a beautiful island resort with a restaurant, bar, lounge area with games, a pool table, private beachfront, and kiteboarding. If you've been here before, say maybe 30 years ago, then you can certainly tell that it's changed drastically.
A friend said they were here a few years ago, and this used to just be like one level and not as nice. This place is really nice now. They've invested a lot of money. Saba Rock is where we are.
Another popular spot nearby that's had its fair share of rebuilding due to Hurricanes Irma and Maria is Bitter End Yacht Club. Come to ruin your zen.
No, not anymore.
Be a nice boy. There's one for each of us.
Yeah.
But we want to keep cozy. And just like that, we've reached the bitter end. Get it? Well, we hope that you guys have enjoyed our travels here in the BVIs and coming along with us for all of the snorkeling and all of the outdoor stuff that we've been doing. It's been so fun, and we're really glad that we stopped here. Now, all that's left for us to do is to check out before we wait for our weather window to head back to St. Martin.
From Bitter End, we just jumped on Moon Dancer here, and we sailed back down to Spanish Town, where we're gonna check out today, and then we're gonna sail back up to Bitter End because it's a better staging point. Just saves us like an hour and a bit for taking off tomorrow. Good stuff, all cleared out. So we got 24 hours to leave, which is good because we're gonna head back to Bitter End and stage there, or tomorrow. And hope that weather window holds. So we're gonna go.
We're sad to leave.
Yeah, we had a really good time here. Really good time.
It's our second favorite spot in the Caribbean to cruise so far.
Yeah,
So
definitely our second. Yeah. Sad to leave, but we will definitely come back here for sure. There's so much good underwater snorkeling, like features and stuff, and big fish, and yeah, it's been all around sort of like the best. It has kind of everything you need. Not so much provisioning, but you can if you need. Cool.
As always, thanks for watching, and be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss our big upcoming adventure. We're cracking down on prep work in St. Martin before our Atlantic crossing. And if you want more in the meantime, check out our Patreon. You'll find exclusive content like our tracking as we venture across the big pond.